Chicago, and If You Leave Me Now.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go. And if you leave me now, you'll take away the very heart of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go. Ooh, girl, I just want you to stay. Love like ours is love that's hard to find. How could we let it slip away? We've come too far to leave it all behind. How could we end it all this way? When tomorrow comes and we both regret the things we said today. Love like ours is love that's hard to find. How could we let it slip away? We've come too far to leave it all behind. How could we end it all this way? When tomorrow comes and we'll both regret the things we said today. If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, now, baby, please don't go. Ooh, girl, just got to have you by my side. Ooh, now, baby, please don't go. Ooh, mama, I just got to have your loving.
And that was If You Leave Me Now by Chicago, another absolute classic. And when those the days we keep asking back, we want to be transported back to those days, when, yes, a loaf of bread was like 5 cents. We wish we could get that back. But, we're still happy, even though, things have really changed in the world. But the thing is to the life's lessons that we have to learn is quite simple. I think that we miss the simpler things in life. I think that we've lost chuck, and we buy, and we put more and more things into our cupboard, and we just got lost. I think it was all about materialism and money and making money, and somewhere along the way, this 80-year-old man, shared his life experiences, and he tells us what makes him happy. So let's look at it. Maybe we should add some of these things back into it. And one was choose your life's mate carefully, choose your friends carefully, as we said. And number 13 on the list is make it a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out. I mean, how good is that? That is like seva in Hinduism, and Christians also do a lot of good as well. But just do something, and they will never find out about it. So helping others is actually an incredible feeling. There's some small thing every day that can have a huge, big impact on someone and do something nice for them. You know, I used to actually do that when I used to work at an organization, and I used to write. I actually don't do this anymore, but I used to write something nice on a piece of paper. And I remember I used to get those little chocolates. I think it was P.S. I love you and P.S. I'm missing you. And I used to actually wrap it up and in the chocolate in that piece of paper. And I used to sneak into someone's office or one or two people's office, and those chocolates were pretty cheap, and I mean they still are, but I used to just put it on their table, and I used to run away and make sure that they don't see me, and they used to come back and find this little surprise. It was a little cheap chocolate, but it just was so nice because they immediately would open it and they would say, oh, somebody left this, and as to do it, I think just before lunchtime or something like that, when I could see them eating it, and it gave me so much joy. But that's one of the things that can make you feel better and happier and more blissful at the age of 80. Coming up right now is my all-time favorite, racing cars, and they shoot horses, don't they? I suppose, and I forgot to say that Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head, was going to come next.
Can't get you out of my
Yes, and that was Can't Get You Out of My Head. And you listening to This is Capital Radio, and for our international listeners, this is in Durban. They often ask, where are you based? And it is Durban, sunny, sunny, sunny Durban. And we're a warm climate. Yes, we are. Even in winter, we don't feel the cold like the Johannesburgians. That's my name for Johannesburg people. Okay, and because I don't like Gautengese, by the way, so let me just call you Johannesburgians. But yes, we are doing some facts on Kylie Minogue, and there's some interesting things about this young woman that we don't know, I think. And we're just looking at Kylie. Beautiful, beautiful lady. But you know, Locomotion was the biggest selling single in the 80s in Australia. And I should be so lucky. She was actually amazing. She wrote this song in 40 minutes, and she says it's one of the most catchy songs, and it was written in just over half an hour. And Kylie flew to the UK to meet music gurus and stock icon Waterman. And the story goes that they forgot Kylie was coming, and they had nothing prepared for her to test out and put together. And I should be so lucky, while they were waiting for her to arrive at the meeting, they actually did put it together. And Kylie Minogue's Glastonbury performance is the festival most watched ever. And Kylie was heartbroken when she had to cancel her Glastonbury performance in 2005 due to her breast cancer diagnosis. And Spinning Around wasn't written for Kylie. It was, how could anyone forget those iconic hot pants, yes, for Spinning Around. But despite becoming a massive hit, Spinning Around was actually initially supposed to be Kylie's song, and Paula Abdul co-wrote that song, and it was originally supposed to be her comeback single, actually. And Kylie Minogue was also in Doctor Who, so that's another thing about her. And she starred in an advert to help promote Australian tourism at one stage as well. So there you go, and some weird facts about Kylie there. And coming up, hopefully we're going to be having racing cars, and they shoot horses, don't they, this time? Love this song. Enjoy. Well, sorry about that. It just keeps skipping shoot horses, don't they? So we're going to have to reload that one. But coming up right now is Sailing by Rod Stewart.
I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Through the dark night, far away.
That was Sailing by Rod Stewart there. And coming up right now is Dionne Warwick, and That's What Friends Are For.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try. Feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Well, you came in up in me, and now there's so much more I see. And so by the way, I thank you. Oh, and then for the times when we were apart, well, then close your eyes and know the words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember, oh, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, know you can always count on me. Oh, for sure, 'cause I tell you that's what friends are for. Oh, good times and for bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Yeah. That's what friends are for. Shining, only for sure. I don't need for sure. I don't need for sure. That's what friends are for.
And that was, That's What Friends Are For, Dionne Warwick there. And, I think that was a classic one. And we are still doing the life's lessons and sharing with you what makes, one achieve a state of bliss at the age of 80. And next on his list was lend only those books you never care to see again, because books are a great source of knowledge, no doubt, but more to the point, and lend things that you don't mind not seeing again, and that way you won't be chasing people for them back again. And and if you want to give away a book, it's a good idea to actually give a book away after you've finished reading it, because often, when you finish reading it and you can give it to someone, but every time they look at that book and every time it gets passed forward, even if it has your name on it, people will remember you, and it's almost like keeping a legacy till after you're gone, because people would open it and say, oh, this was so and so's book, and oh, she was obviously my friend, and they talk about you. So that's a very, very good way of keeping your legacy going as well, and keeping your memories going, and keeping that energy going from you. Also, number 15, never deprive someone of hope. It might be all that they have. So, when you're talking to someone who's lost everything, who's, given up on their dreams, or, is battling with life, you never tell people that they can't do something or that their dreams are impossible, because, hope is a beautiful thing. Hope is a magical thing. I actually call hope a magical thing. And I honestly think it's magical, because when you talk words, the words resound in the universe, and it resounds around you. And that energy, whatever you put into their lives, if you say, don't worry, if they've lost everything, don't worry, you'll get everything back. Or if their husbands walked away and they really don't want to go back to him, you can always say, well, you'll meet someone new. Don't worry, sooner or later, you're going to be on top of the world and you're going to meet someone new. Or you can also say to them that, well, you don't know, he might come back to you. So, things might look up again. And I think that, I think there's a strong possibility of him coming back to you. Or I think there's a strong possibility that you're going to be married by next year this time. So always give them some hope, and don't dash their dreams down. Don't tell them things are impossible, especially if it's going to be realistic in your mind. But also playing a good, true friend. If you know that there's alarm bells in the way, and you know that somebody is doing really, something really odd or stupid, you need to tell them that as well. But don't have a negative impact on someone's mind, no matter how, no matter what it is they want to do. Always, there's a way to say it. So number 16 on his list is, when playing games with children, let them win. Let children win the games you play with them. Allow them happiness. Let them have fun and make it a close race, though, and you can pretend that you lost, and it's just such a joy in seeing children win and smile and be like, yay, I won, and then they'll run around the room telling everybody, and run around the yard telling everybody, and their neighbors and everybody. Okay, so give them a chance to smile, and we're going to be doing more tips on staying happy after this song, and it's Shakira featuring Rihanna. Can't remember to forget you.
You're part of me now. You're part of me.
only fools rushing, and I am here falling in love with you. Men say only fools rushing, and I am here falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? I am falling in love with you. As the river flows gently to the sea, darling, so we go. Some things were meant to be. My hand, take my whole life too. I can't falling in love with you. As the river flows gently to the sea, darling, so we go. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. I can't falling in love with you. I can't falling in love with you. Falling in love with you. Falling in love
We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck and we're on our way.
we've only begun.
Before the rising sun we fly. So many roads to choose. We start out walking and learn to run.
And yet we've just begun.
Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us. Working together day to day. Together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow.
And yes, we've just begun. much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow.
And yes, we've just begun.
And another one of those ones that actually grow on you after a while is Brotherhood of Man and Angelo.
Long ago, high on a mountain in Mexico, lived a young shepherd boy, Angelo, who met a young girl and he loved her so. Rich was she, came from a very high family. Angelo knew it could never be. They ran away to their destiny. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong. They found a love so strong. They took their lives at night, and in the morning light, they found them on the sand. They saw them lying there, hand in hand. Long ago, high on a mountain in Mexico, lived a young shepherd boy, Angelo, who met a young girl and he loved her so. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong. They found a love so strong. They took their lives that night, and in the morning light, they found them on the sand. They saw them lying there, hand in hand. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong. They found a love so strong. They took their lives that night, and in the morning light, they found them on the sand. They saw them lying there, hand in hand. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong. They found a love so strong. They took their lives that night, and in the morning light, they found them
Yes, and it is Capital Radio, and it is 88.1 FM is the broad band that we are going to be on when we are going to be, on radio. But coming up right now, we are doing the real life lessons from an old man, and number 17 on the list is give people a second chance, but not a third. Everybody makes mistakes. People deserve a second chance. And, if they made a mistake, it's easy to give them a second chance. But if they screw both chances up and then it no longer becomes an accidental mistake, it actually becomes deliberate. And I mean, if they do it twice and they do it again, it means that they don't really care about your feelings, do they? Because they deliberately would hurt you. And nobody wants a friend like that. If they would go back on their word once and then again, it means that they know they're hurting you, but they don't care. So those are the type of people that you need to drop and leave behind. The other thing is be a romantic. If there's anyone or someone in your life that you care about, then show them. Be romantic for the ones you love. They'll really appreciate it a lot, because those are the things, they often say that it's very, very easy for someone to just say something, and you often forget the words that people would say, but you never forget how they made you feel. And when you are romantic, feelings are aroused, and most definitely, you'll appreciate it, because you'll remember how you felt. And if you felt the excitement and the passion and the love, you will definitely quote that particular incident again to someone else. Be sure of it. You definitely will say at some stage of your life that you felt that way when someone was romantic towards you. And become number 19 is become the most positive, enthusiastic person you know, because being positive not only adds to your own happiness, state of mind, and success, but it also radiates that energy to the people you spend time around. And you just need to remember that. Become most positive. Because even when you doing it with other people, they appreciate it a lot, because often when someone has a problem, the only side of that problem they can see is the negative side. They will always focus on the negative side of the problem, and believe you me, it's not easy for them when they have a problem to look at the positive things about that problem. And often when you turn around and you start looking at it from a second perspective, you often can see what's positive about it, and you can bring it out, and you can say, but look at this, it could have been worse. I mean, you met with an accident, you could have died in that accident, you could have lost your life, but you didn't. And it was just a car, and yes, okay, it costs a little bit of money, but look, I mean, it was a narrow escape. And point out the positive, and often, you can just make them feel better. Loosen up, relax, except for real life and death matters. Nothing is as important as it first seems, and that's number 20. It needs no explanation. Just relax, take it easy. Try not to worry as much about situations that really aren't going to have a huge effect on your life. And so what's the point anyway? Coming up right now, the music scene is I Do by ABBA. And if you're getting married, those are the lines you want to hear. Must apologize because I do skipped a beat there on my playlist.
Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Such a heart, such a soul. And when you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. You can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Look into your heart, you will find there's nothing there to hide. Take me as I am, take my life.
This is Ini, and this is Capital Radio. And this show is called All Things Considered. I'm with you 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., Mondays to Fridays, weekdays. And I hope that you join me every single weekday because we have the best retro music in town to keep you going and definitely make you think about those old friends again. Now, number 21 on our list on the 80-year-old man that is blissfully happy. Don't allow the phone to interrupt important moments. It's there for our convenience and not the callers. So often, people actually allow phone calls to distract them, I think, and from important and cherishable moments. So maybe you're a business owner, but you're at a children's birthday party. But at the same time, you're spending time with your family, and perhaps you're spending time with your little one. So don't, take the phone and go outside, because if you do that, it really makes the little one, a bit uneasy and nervous, especially if she's there with strangers. And also, it doesn't go well for you as a father, not a business owner, because nobody knows you're a business owner because they're just going to think you're being rude. Okay, the phone call can always wait. And the same with social media as well. People being on social media all the time when they're having family dinners and things like that. Not a very good thing. But the 80-year-old also says, be a good loser, be humble in defeat, and congratulate the winners and let them have their celebration. And you must always be happy for other people anyway when, things go well. And be a good winner. Be humble in victory. Congratulate the losers on their great efforts as well. Coming up next is Adele, Chasing Pavements.
I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't last. I know this is life. But if I tell the world, I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a way, even if I knew my fate? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? I build myself up and fly around in circles, waiting as my heart drops and my back begins to tingle. Finally, could this be it? Oh, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a way, even if I knew my fate? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep on chasing pavements? Should I just keep on chasing pavements? Oh,
And our next song comes from Greece, and I don't know whether you remember Hopelessly Devoted to You.
Guess mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know. There's just no getting over you. You know, I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see there's nothing else for me to do? I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. My head is saying, fool, forget him. My heart is saying, don't let go. Hold on to the end. That's what I intend to do. Hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted. Hopelessly
And that was Olivia Newton-John, and I used to enjoy listening to her suddenly. The song Suddenly that she used to sing with Cliff Richard. So, be a good winner is the last point that we were trying to make, and the next point is think twice before burdening a friend with a secret. Secrets are very, very dangerous, and when you tell a friend a secret, you've put them in a very uncomfortable situation. And are they really better off knowing the secret than not knowing it? And also, I mean, you don't know whether you're going to still be, friends after that. So try and stay away from it. When someone hugs you, that's the other point. Let them be the first to let go. A simple gesture to show someone how much they mean to you. Just don't be the first one to let go after a hug. I think that, linger on until they let go, because you're trying to say that, you know what, I know you need me, but perhaps they need you a little bit more than you bargained to know. But 26 is be modest. A lot was accomplished before you were born, by the way. You may well be, in a lot of trouble, but don't forget how much the world has changed before you were here. Battles that were won and lost, inventions that were made, technology breakthroughs. Be modest and be humble, and keep it simple as well. Don't complicate things. I think that the more complicated it gets, the more confused everybody gets. If there's any plans to be done, try and see the best way to do it by just keeping a few people involved. And number 28 is beware of the person who has nothing to lose. There are always people out there that have nothing to lose. So be wary about them, because these are the people that are most dangerous. They can try you out, they can test you out, and remember, they can really take you to the cleaners. So, just be wary, because, you might say something wrong, or you might get on their wrong foot, and things could go out of way, and things could really spin out of a spiral out of control. And number 29 is don't burn bridges. You'll be surprised how many times you have to cross the same river. And do you really want to rebuild those bridges down the road? You know, you'd rather just keep them than rebuild them. So if something doesn't work out between two people, your friend and you, or the neighbor and you, or, you know, whatever the relationship is, walk away from it, you know, but keep those ties, and don't burn them down, because you might need that person again. You never know when you might need that person again. And chances are that karma will find you to need that person again. And that would be a bad thing, because you wouldn't be able to go back to those relationships. And coming up right now, Elton John, Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wave can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's led to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone, if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's led to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
There you go, short and sweet there. It's Champagne and How About Us.
I'm not trying now to end it all. It's just that I have seen too many lovers' hearts lose their dreams. We won't lose it. Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? Some people can hold it together. Man, all kind of weather. Can we? How about us? How about us, baby? How about us? How about us, baby? How about us? How about us, baby? Are we gonna make it, girl? Or are we gonna drift and drift and drift together? Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? How about us, baby? Some people can hold. Some people can hold together. How about us? Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. Some people can love one another for life. How about us, baby? Some people can hold. Some people can hold it together. How about us? How about us, baby? Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. Some people can love one another for life. You and me, baby. Some people can hold it together. Hold it. Can we see that we can make it, baby? Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another. Yeah.
India is facing surging new cases and deaths in the pandemic, and fears are rising that the variant could be contributing to the unfolding catastrophe. The explosion in infections in India, 350,000 new cases were recorded there on Tuesday alone, has driven a surge in global cases to 147.7 million. The virus has now killed more than 3.1 million people worldwide. The WHO acknowledged that its preliminary modeling based on sequences submitted to GISAID indicates that B.1.617 has a higher growth rate than other circulating variants in India, suggesting potential increased transmissibility. It stressed that other variants circulating at the time were also showing increased transmissibility, and that the combination may be playing a role in the current resurgence in this country. Indeed, studies have highlighted that the spread of the second wave has been much faster than the first, the WHO said. It highlighted, though, that other drivers could be contributing to the surge, including lax adherence to public health measures as well as mass gatherings. Further investigation is needed to understand the relative contribution of these factors, it is said. The UN agency also stressed that further robust studies into the characteristics of B.1.617 and other variants, including impacts on transmissibility, severity, and the risk of reinfection, were urgently needed. And that was the news as per the COVID variant first found in India. And that was News 24 on that particular subject. And it is very, very sad what's happening in India, and we should be praying for India. Right now, coming up on the music scene, we have Andy Williams' theme from Love Story.
Where do I begin to tell the story of how great a love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love she brings to me. Where do I start? With her first hello, she gave a meaning to this empty world of mine. There'd never be another love, another time. She came into my life and made the living fine. She fills my heart. She fills my heart with very special things, with angel songs, with wild imaginings. She fills my soul with so much love that anywhere I go, I'm never only with her alone. Who could be lonely? I reach for her hand, it's always there. How long does it last? Can love be measured by the hours in a day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I'll need her till the stars all burn away, and she'll be there. How long does it last? Can love be measured by the hours in a day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I'll need her till the stars all burn away, and she'll be
Adele and Someone Like You.
that you'll settle down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why you so shy? They like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. You know how the time flies. Only yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory days. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Yeah. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah. Nothing compares, no worries or cares, regrets and mistakes, their memories made. Who would have known how bittersweet this would taste? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Yeah.
And as we play out with Neil Sedaka and Solitaire, and I just want to say that I'm going to be leaving you in a minute, so I hope that you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. And my thoughts for the day is nothing in the world can trouble you as much as your own thoughts. So clear your mind, clear yourself, and cleanse your thoughts, and make life worth living. Live a life that makes others jealous. That's the way it would be, and be the type of person you want to meet. There you go. And from me, Ini, it's a wrap. So goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And be sure to put your alarm for that time, and be safe. Thank you very much for your company, and take care.
Wait unshared until it died, and in his silence, and solitaire's the only game in town.